off after the first best of 3, shrugging it off after the second. You're into your third, you're into the third map of it. It has to be now.
Yeah, you mentioned roeJ as well. He's going to be instrumental over towards A, right? We're about to get this one underway here, but roeJ is a key factor on the CT defense right now for NiP. We need to see him in full force. Let's get this one underway. Copenhagen Flames, NiP, Ancient, the pistol round. The 16 rounds separating one of these teams from the arena. Now we'll take a look into the buys. We'll draw our attention early to Plopski, who has been gifted those Julies from LNZ, who has a kit equipped. You'll see him likely play over towards that cave position. Nikodos with a smoke and a flash, the same for HooXi, but a molly on top, and they're heading over towards B early. 3 players from NiP to defend.
Yeah, they got the util to just exec through. They want to access LNZ's position. And bouncy, jabbi doesn't stop the tracking. Good damage, and 3 already. Plopski's Julies have delivered. Nikodos, is he up to the task? He's got hampus peppering him. They want to take some space, but it's Plopski that wants to take some heads. Pressure relieves just for a second, and this should be it. HooXi doesn't have the health, and NiP one step closer to Avicii Arena.
I hope that really just sets the theme for the rest of this map right now. Both teams just wanted to stand and bang, just fight right there. That choke point in the B lane, everybody laying their body on the line. It looks speedy out of jabbi there. That bounce off his head and the bunny hop through.
Yeah, stand and bang. Can be an issue with blood flow. We'll see though. Copenhagen Flames do look like they're just going to bend the knee to this one.
Interesting they're going conservative here, so we're going to see the AKs come out in the next round to play, and they do have a flash, so looking to turn their attention towards mid. The molly, they're going to need to run through.
Ooh, and they're ahead of it. They actually caught him out a little here. Hampus isn't going to be too phased and farming the cash. This couldn't have worked out better for him. Hang on, okay, all good. So 1,200 for Plopski, 1,200 for Hampus. Everyone's happy. NiP, a dream start.
Yeah, now they're going to have to carry through some of these SMGs and the FAMAS into this round to play the bonus, as it's been dubbed, against the AK-47s with the early buy from the Flames here. So no plant, but they've took the eco, they've got the AKs out.
What are you doing with these SMGs?
Here's the thing, right? You could be playing aggressive with this up close towards mid, or playing in that cave area, trying to lock down the B lane. Or if you want, feign aggression early and then drop on back. There's a lot of choke points that you can play in with these SMGs where you're able to force the fight from the Flames. And there's the aggression from Hampus mid early, right? He takes that, takes the fight, sees that nobody's home. And the other SMG in the hands of Plopski in this Lamps position.
This is a crucial responsibility. If Plopski's up to the task, he'll be making that CT side flow. And we are still of the opinion, Chad, you haven't been too rocked by a couple of unusual results at this major, that the CT side is favoured heavily here.
Yeah, I think it started in the major as its own little microcosm, started to become a bit more of a 50-50, but coming into this, right, the CT bias was there, so we're being tested every single map we see.
Yeah, well, we're learning more and more every single time we get to see it at the highest level, and it couldn't be much of a higher level than this.
Quick note on this, they did drop a smoke onto the pocket Molotov here that is delaying Hampus's position, and jabbi, that's huge.
Booked.
They're still worried about a player in this smoke, but Hampus is dead. He's normally the mid player, so this is clear now, but a lot of utility, and roeJ is pushing fast.
Well, that is a movement of confidence. I mean, he could be flanking the mid players if he keeps up this pace. 45, the commit to B is likely. They've got a 3-man defense of it. jabbi looking to slink into the back lines, and there's an opener. Nikodos takes off the head of Device, and looking for a response is LNZ. Stands and delivers 2 on the spray. And up to Plopski now. He does have a lot on his plate. He'll hear the rotate, though.
Well, they know he's the keeper of the cave, and they're posted up. They've dealt with it. Great from HooXi right there. That is noting the players you're up against, right? They know that Plopski plays that position, and HooXi, the in-game leader, of course, he's going to understand that. Just covering the bomb as it tries to rotate over towards A. And Copenhagen Flames, that was all through jabbi in middle there. Hampus, that is not an ideal fight to be taking with the MP9.
That's 2 rounds as well. He's been caught with a nade in his hands. You know, throwing out that smoke. We saw him lining up the same kind of thing towards Red Room in the first. This time, though, against a jabbi AK. Bang!
That's it. Yep. Nikodos as well onto Device. That must have been very snappy there.
God, I can't believe Rez died. I mean, jabbi's holding for the Rez flank. Hyper aware. Got a game on our hands here, folks. Plopski again returns to his favorite room. A lot of responsibility on his shoulders, and roeJ's really unfazed by those invisible tracer bullets have been thrown through. The smoke now deployed. That's a bit of a sign that Copenhagen Flames can start to progress up lane.
Yeah, roeJ needs to be careful here. Very spammable position. You've seen a lot of that throughout this major. Bullets not landing just yet, and the smoke is going to start to rescind. So will Plopski. Can't hang around here for too long. Mid control being worked on now. A molly towards pocket, and this is the default spread from Flames coming on through.
Okay, they bought their space. Cost him a bottle of flame. Hampus tested and beheaded. roeJ has so much room to maneuver, and so does his squad. jabbi accelerates into Device's defense, and he's not ready for this. Not at all. Gets clotheslined by the Dane. Round falling apart here. You can see that there's still that commitment. They aren't yet to commit to B, but HooXi wants to imply that they are. And they look for answers. They lose at least another. Set for success now, the Flames. And they're flanking into B. This could be the full commit. It's Rez in mid. Careful, roeJ. You got the bomb on your back.
Problems here for roeJ. Rocking a hard place right now.
Yeah, they're kind of counting on the team to clear him out. Oh, and jabbi again onto Rez. He knows he's the A player. And this one is over. 2-2.
I love the way that the Flames are handling the situation there. NiP, you have to take that heads-up fight. You love the push into cave there because they need something. They're scrambling for information at that point. Get on through, get a kill, make it interesting. Rez was the linchpin of all that. If he was able to find roeJ before jabbi was able to take him down, then maybe the bomb marooned, able to start working on a round. But that was not a great purchase from NiP, right? You saw the Famuses in the mix. That was the lion's share of the rifles. It's not like they had all the M4s. It's not like the AWPs were in play, and now they will have to stomach a little bit of an eco. 5 USPs and a B stack. 4 players towards the second letter of the alphabet, and hampus is on his lonesome, just peppering bullets through that top mid smoke to feign some presence. But HooXi, brave as you like, walks on through.
I think he knows the stakes of this round as well. Mag 10 indicative of that. He's just going to be able to take a couple of extra risks. His squad is strolling on in.
hampus is about to get a rude shock here. Yeah, he's out of position. The smokes are in, the mollies are there, and this is Flames' round, right? The bomb will go down. This is perfect from them. They can set up their post-plant positions with the AKs. And if you're NiP, how are you going to get back into this, right? You'd love a kill, you'd love something, but realistically, there's nothing to find.
Yeah, they might try and group up and overrun. This is a very powerful angle Zyphon is in. He can hit that crouch key and essentially just camouflage his dome in with the bricks.
Stalemate here, but it does look like NiP want to fight on the way out the door to do damage. So this is about to get a bit chaotic in a moment.
Passing their first test, and here comes the rest.
Shooting gallery, right? That's what you want. Get a little bit more of the AKs warmed on up there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and HooXi even gets to hold on to that Mag 10. So let's see if that factors into his calling, right? He could upgrade into an AK if he'd like, but also with that Mag 10 in hand, he might want to go for something a little bit faster, right? He's an in-game leader who likes to get stuck on in. But again, the buy from NiP with a couple of omissions, right? So far, no defuse kit has been bought on in. Famous for LNZ. They've done their best to buy at whatever util they can. Light on mollies, right? Only 2 incendiaries here on the CT side, and they're heading towards A, trying to condition the other side of the map right now, and this is fast with that Mag 10.
Yeah, and hampus is too far away. He can't hear it.
They're just running through.
He can't hear it.
They're already in.
Oh, but Rez contributes in a massive way. 3 on the spray. And the flames completely extinguished. There's nothing left of them. Zyphon and jabbi, ouch. It gets worse. A bomb plant's great, but that'll be it. hampus there nearly denies as well. Zyphon thrust into a very short-lived clutch. Well, you take those, don't you? Rez is beaming ear to ear.
Yeah, well, that there is a huge amount of impact just stalling out that A-rush, because you'd see the A-rush. Look at all these bodies just littered. The timing there of Rez to get in position and hold down the trigger.
I mean, I thought they were caught out, Chad. We cut to hampus. Normally, he's calling 5 people stampeding through the halls, but he's looking to set up the lane play. Can't hear them. Rez just bails NiP out of what could have been a very uncomfortable round.
Yeah, and you can see that the Copenhagen Flames must have had a decent read of the CT setup, because to go for an all-in A, the only teams we ever see doing that at the moment are the CIS teams, and I think maybe FaZe had a quick execute that they like to run. But this is it, just like, he's the A defender, and he's just getting hit now. And that was at 1:40 on the clock. Like, you spawned very close to that site, so rotating in. Massive impact here from Rez, and a massive smile on his face as the guns will come back out for the Flames. Plenty of cash to splash.
Interesting that it's a NiP timeout. Taking an extra second to get threat, perhaps strapping him in.
Yeah, I don't mind that here, because you're going to have 4 here to go through. The other team are going to be using some as well. And if Threat takes these key moments, right, not only does he get to chime in for 30 seconds about the strats, maybe just to make sure that their heads are screwed on straight, right? It's going to be key here. He's going to need to micromanage some of these individuals and their mentality throughout. So AKs are plenty, 4 of which equipped for NiP with that AWP, and a default spread being lined up. Util exchanged in mid, as we've come to expect, and HooXi with some room behind that molly.
I mean, you say util, look, it's pretty barren of T smokes. They're not throwing the usual incendiary smoke combo to Donut, red, unsmoked. It's just roeJ up lane. Now they throw it out.
I think it's the pacing there with their cave smoke. So they drop that smoke towards cave, then they take lane, and now they work on middle here. So not limping out all the utility at the same time. But jabbi might have a fight against Rez here. This could be crucial for the round. So we'll keep tabs on that as the default spread continues. Mid, called clear. Copenhagen Flames now know what they're working with, and they're going to go back towards this. Oh, hey, defense. Rez is forward. jabbi out of nowhere, ready for it. Rez has just looked on in, and he's gone on down. The hero of the last is dead.
Yeah, and hampus is going to be responsible for a lot here. There's surely a gap to be found for the Flames. jabbi's trying to pull a defense. And hampus confirms that someone has taken his place. Plopski's greed gets the better of him. He wanted answers. He gets a bullet between the eyes, and they're coming back through mid here. hampus, he made it clear he's on the site. LNZ in support with a flashbang, and jabbi does the dance. hampus converts. They're here in time. Good find. Oh, and hampus makes it 2. Now that bomb has to be planted. It is only Device up against 3. And he's wrapping all the way around T-spawn. Does he even want to give it a go? He's not so sure, and this all started from that search for information. Rez wanted answers. There was enough absence from that presence in mid. Plopski the same. You know, he just wanted to get a little bit of answers, and the patience has paid off here for the Flames.
Yeah, it's curious right there. You wonder what NiP's homework is to have Rez going so aggressive like that, right? So he's done that twice now, one of which he did actually make the push, but jabbi still found him out from top mid. This time round, it was just a heads-up duel, and for jabbi, he's just parking the bus, waiting it on out. Are you going to push? Yeah. Very, very passive stuff, right? With the A main control on the T side, the fact that they haven't even gone in to get control, right? If you know to roeJ, right, in his previous games, he would be actually in that position, locking it down to make sure there's no information given. Rez was already forward. It felt like he already had enough info, right? Guys, they're not A main. They're not executing anytime soon, but he oversteps the mark. He goes down. Unfortunately, Device will get away with the save. This is going to help NiP to go for a buy into round number 8, but trouble now because the way that Flames are playing this map, it's just feigning mid presence and they're getting kills coming their way. So maybe more conservative now from the Ninjas.
Nikados wanting hampus. And they want to boost over this. This could lead to an early frag. You can re-smoke that. Has to time it well. Looking to dismount silently, and a slower round established. Oh, I say slow. Device. Up against Nikados. Left eye and does best him. Experience prevails in round 8. Device gives NiP a leg up, and in a broken buy, you know, you're on FAMAS, light nades. Needed that from your AWPer.
Now they're finding space in mid, so just worming around the map here, the Flames able to apply pressure here and starting to turn their attention back towards B. They mantle up Tetris. hampus, once that smoke fades, we'll be able to call mid clear, so on high alert will be LNZ and Plopski over towards this site. They're about to have company. Plenty of Molotovs right now to get in their face. 40 seconds left. I feel like it has to be the B commit at this point.
Yeah, they can potentially punish Device's rotation off. He's miles away. util implies they're coming. Good smoke to buy time. Here comes the commit. 30 seconds as the Flames do bide their time. They're smoked off for now. NiP tested. Bounty hops into the site. roeJ patient, does best. Rez looking okay, but hampus is still laying down the law. It's all HooXi at this point, and that's the end of that. Plopski finishes it off. We'll take the AK for good measure, but I mean, the saved AWP recovered with an opening from Device. And it's hampus again, who has been a shining light for the Ninjas in pajamas.
Yeah, handled that situation there. One of the keys was holding onto that cave position, right? They were happy to forego a little bit more of long. It gave them something to fight from, and the time there, a big issue. Stifling util coming out from NiP as well. And hampus has really stepped things up, right? He's a key player. Like he puts himself as the in-game leader in a lot of these key positions, so now we're really seeing the best out of him. Same mid util, right? hampus is up close this time, and, well, I have seen him push through before.
That would be ambitious. Flash for him. He's ahead of it. Brilliant start. Can't finish his meal. HooXi gets away with murder. They know roeJ loves his lane. Loves this on the ledge. Combined with a Plopsky push, with the smoke still up, it's tempting. Device a lot on his plate as well. He's continuing to sweep through this. This patient play. Zyphon gets a full one-on-one here. And he's missed his shot. Surely Device down. Okay, problems now.
More aggression. Plopsky needs to find some info here over towards B as well. And the Molly's going to hold him at bay. They're rotating back through spawn. Speedway is where LNZ greets himself towards top mid. It is going to be Rez pushed up towards the tall box. And does he just want to bide his time? Does he just want to wait this one out?
It's criminally undercleared.
They're gambling right now, NiP. They've completely left B.
Lot resting on the shoulders here of Plopsky. Holds his crosshair, activates. Oh, and they line up. He only gets the one. Damage just isn't enough at this point. They do at least run into the den, as you put it, but LNZ has lost his teammate. Rez cleared. He can hear the bomb leaving. But they're closing in to clear him, and that's a nice adjustment into jabbi. Get some style points, I guess. But yeah, Flames 5. Here on the T side of the 6 looks like a guarantee.
Yeah, they didn't overrun that situation. You could see how easy it would have been just to continue to run on in, but the fact that they run through Temple, then run on back, they take their time, they clear the site, they get the round, and they break NiP here. Check out the finances right now. About 2K, right? If we average it out, about 2K to work with. Now, loss bonus into the next. Only going to be that 1900 mark. So do they want a force fight? They will take a timeout here, the second so far from the Ninjas, allowing Threat to chip on in. Looked like Device was good for that, didn't it? Right? And almost the double here from Plopsky. Felt like he should have gotten that as well. jabbi ready. And that's the thing. Rez's position is no longer potent if they go mid to bloody A, right? Because he's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
That's a good spot to find if they come donut and they come main. But the fact that they did that mid pressure, Rez is now looking a bit like a tit. So it is going to be the force fight right now.
Okay, well, they want to contest. HooXi's been thriving in middle. He's got a MAC-10, perfect weapon for the job. There isn't a helmet in sight. Smoke implies they're coming his way. Ooh, damage exchange. I think both players are happy to have gotten away with that.
Yeah, I think it's called multiple bodies as well. So, oh, crawling up B. LNZ confirms they're coming.
They're coming in a big way. Charging in. Kept at bay briefly, but...
Gap in that smoke.
LNZ, he has Plopsky in cave. Plopsky's just gambling. There's no pressure from the other side. He wants to deny the plant, and they have no bodyguards. And it keeps falling. LNZ, 2.5. It's Plopsky that dunks. Whoa, this force buy would mean a whole lot to the Ninjas' grand scheme. Only Nikados really with his signature weapon, and they're all here. They know the bomb is there, and AK would work better. Plopsky's the first, but they've got crossfires established here. It's so hard to break through, and a cursory glance, chipping away. Rez will finish. Oh, and that's some flourish. NiP hoover up 3 AK-47s, but more importantly, they take a 5th, and they put all of their marbles into that.
That is massive right there. LNZ, that is impact and a half from him. That's a round that should have been the Flames, right? You consider the buy. Yeah, I know that NiP went all in with that purchase. But the fact that he's able to get those deagle kills, it looked like they were destined to just stroll on in. He slows them down. He makes them fumble. And they strike in unison there towards the top of the ramp. Great stuff from the Ninjas now to keep their head above water here. And look what that has done to the Flames. It's put them in a position where they can get the AWP out. Sure, the AK for roeJ is there. jabbi can do the same. But Zyphon and HooXi this time round are going to be questioning their buy. That could be a pivot round here. It's forced them into a timeout. It's put the Danes in a position of discussion. How are they going to bounce back from that?
Well, you talked about a gap in the smoke as well. I didn't quite catch it in the chaos.
It was a bit deep. You could see where Linus was standing now. I don't know if they wanted to combo the smoke a little bit deeper with a molly to clear out that triangle side, right? But he was able to stay there, and that is why he was able to pivot in. The smoke didn't cover the position. The molly didn't clear him out, so he was just able to sit, wait, and then strike and get that kill to deny the bomb going down. Because if the bomb gets planted, then they can play the post plant. So right there, that is a bit of a blunder from the Flames utility, all things considered.
Yeah, the smallest margins determine games of Counter-Strike, and that could be one of them. That's a change-up, though, and I can't believe he's going for the ballsy push. He's just walked straight through, anticipating a rotation off to fill the void of hampus and jabbi. This is some serious, serious Counter-Strike. Look how quick he's coming in. He's about to secure the site. They're all just waiting.
They can just sit and wait.
They're in a queue.
LNZ's going to die in the back here. There's no way. There's just absolutely no way.
Watch him jump out of his chair. LNZ is not ready for this. And a bait for good measure. Yeah, but you wouldn't, would ya? He's looking for more. He bides his time. He knows Plopsky will be cave. Shot in the side of the head. He can't believe it. They need to address Plopsky's cave threat. Device to rotate in. He will be swung upon. Oh, he's a sitting duck here. Yeah, tucks in. They might play for the save here with 2 casualties. It's not worth it. And I mean, one way to respond to a force by loss is a flank like that.
Jabbi's been a miracle worker in this series. Right, go back to Nuke if you missed it. I'm sure there's some highlights out there for you to watch, but that is absolutely insane. Gets the opening kill on hampus, who is the mid defender, but he doesn't let go at W. Sure, he hits the shift key, but that's just the guys that push, and the fact he goes all the way through in the backline. You say, yeah, they're waiting. I can imagine what Jabbi's saying. Wait, let me play, let me get the info. Zyphon wants to hunt, and well, Plopsky's still in cave. They can try and clear him out. They know where he is. They can take this rifle away.
9 bullets. I mean, he hasn't got enough for the 3 that are burning towards him, and it's the Zyphon. Deeg once again reminds us what he's made of. Take that any day.
But now, because of the nature of the force buy that NiP won earlier, there's a little bit of extra cash, right? Device can drop something. They can look to force buy back in again. They still have that AK in the hands of Rez, so they can rock a minimum of 3 rifles here. But this is rough for them, right? They just had that force by win to get the gear going, to get them back into it. They put Flames down to a bit of a broken buy. And it's just one man who ruins the day, who ruins the fun. And they're actually taking the save. LNZ just going to keep the USP, a P250 for Plopsky, and they're going to try their luck again. B's fast.
It's very fast. At least Device is here to contribute one of those rifles, but now staring at a wall of smoke. Zyphon low. That was hampus that gets him on notice. This can go wrong. Plopsky leaves by force. He's lining up for a wall bang and has denied. Can he get away? The answer is yes. Re-smoking to destabilize. Nikados catches the aggression of Device. The AWP now lies idle.
The bomb is down. They have to go and get this.
They don't have to rush this. Surely they know the CTs will have rotated through. Rez trying to catch a gap, at least to his demise. This is a problem now. Only Deagles. And HooXi losing his head. Hampus, that's brilliant. Off the top of his teammate.
Third attempt at getting the bomb down now, and they're going to be stopped again.
Oh dear! Disaster has struck again. This B bomb site, the bomb plant, their nemesis lingers in the smoke. Zyphon aware, and LNZ, can he really do it again? He saved them on the Deagle round. He saves them again. The new boy on the block pulls the ninjas into a 6th. Oh, and look what it's done to the Flames. You talked about it. They could only just get another one out. And LNZ with Deagle or P250 is NiP's savior.
How has that happened again? Again here to the Flames. They just can't get the bomb down. All of these kills while trying to plant that bomb, and LNZ in the 1-on-2 standing tall and showing he's here to play. Not letting him go. We've seen him before in crucial matchups step up when NiP have needed him, and now he's doing it again in 2 of these low buy rounds, in 2 of these situations. He's had multiple kills just on the pistols. Worth his weight in gold right now, LNZ, and they'll keep it level at 6-6. They'll use a 3rd timeout, sure. Keep their heads level. This is the chance for NiP to surge forward.
Outstanding. 19 years of age. Linus Holtang. Tested and thrust into a jersey and a team that have got the highest of expectations as a new player in the Tier 1 scene. Holding his nerve here in a 3rd map for the top 8 of a major.
That's going to rattle the Flames now. The pressure has never been this high for them. It has never been this high.
Careful, Jabbi. He wants to find his arch enemy that is hampus right now. Swallows the nade. That will keep him honest.
Oh, they've walked up wrong. They've crept in. They're creeping in. Device, that's easy as you like.
Doesn't get easier than that. Side of the head. Nikados all the time in the world for him to pull the trigger, and Device collects. It looks like NiP catapulting up to 7 here. A small consolation, maybe. HooXi's got more in the tank. Zyphon's bringing the bomb through spawn. Rez has wrapped all the way around. There could be a weird timing here, Chad.
This could all be on the timing. Rez has left this.
Saved by the step, but only for a moment.
Oh, Rez has heard this. I think he's... No. Has he?
Yeah, now he has. NiP will take the lead. Quite the half of Counter-Strike we've witnessed here. Constantly kept within a round or so of each other.
This is a real problem now for the Flames, right? They were set up to have a fantastic half here. Now, 6 is pretty good, right? Maybe par for the course. We still really don't know with this map. We're all learning together right now. But the thing is, they will have to take a save. Right? They will need to hold on to this. And this, right now, is the Flames attempting to take some liberties, taking some fights on multiple fronts and hoping that that's enough to buy them a way into the site. The Vice, you're not going to get an easier kill than that with the AWP. And now you can see it is just going to be these Glocks. 5 with light util. NiP should secure the half here. If you drop this one, you're going to drop the game, and they just lock them down. Plopsky from Cave steps out, gets 2, looks for more. There's one more left. It's just going to be roeJ. He goes down as well, and that's it. Clean sheet as we look into round number 15. Bit of pep in the step of the Ninjas now. You consider the type of rounds that they've won. We're finally seeing some fight. Oh, double AWPs brought out. We spoke about it, right? We spoke about Rez and the proficiency for him over towards the A bomb site with that AWP. Device has his Rez into 1 as well. The buy on the other side will not reflect anything similar. Nikados cannot get his primary AWP out to play.
It's a different page out of the strat book here. You can tell already. Look at this util. hampus immediately under question. jabbi accelerating. Jesus. Oh, and they're baiting for him. Zyphon implies it's only across mid. jabbi would have been a very brave soldier to walk gray screen through that. hampus did evacuate, but here we go. Yeah, Rez posted up, hyper aggressive, and he will collect. That was the bomb spotted. Immediately see NiP close down, lock it down, dig their heels deep. hampus to rotate through. And there's another for hampus. All of them. 9 looks like a guarantee. There's nothing left for these two. Nikados and roeJ, good luck, have fun. A clean one onto Plopsky starts my hopes. And that's not to be.
Yeah, I think that's probably the half done right now. 9 looking great here and almost a clean sheet again. Just Nikados against 5. He goes down. Rez as easy as you like. And now NiP, they're in the lead. They're looking commanding now. And the difference maker is those 2 rounds with the pistols in play. It feels like, and just the type of Counter-Strike that we've seen the Flames play in the last few after those rounds have been come on out, they look a little bit rattled. I won't lie. They look a little bit shaken now.
Chad, I think everyone would be when you just had a 4v2 and you just go 1v1 trying to plant the bomb. I mean, it's an indisputable fumble. Yeah. And they know it as well as we do.
I'm not sure how they're mentally going to be able to keep themselves in this now. This Cinderella run we've been talking about, that's when things have been going great, right? And getting now to this final hurdle.
Yeah, but don't you remember that part of the story where Cinderella got eco'd?
It's my favorite part of the story. What happens next?
I think the talking mice gave him a pep talk and they turned it around.
Well, those mice, I hope they were pretty loud right now because we're going to get this one underway. util has actually been thrown out between multiple members of NiP here. The smoke's already in the sky. The flash has come out too and quick towards mid. They will be applying pressure, but it's A where they want to head. And guess what? Nobody is home. It's the one man of HooXi here to deal with this passively through Temple. Yeah,
but they're going to get answers lane now. They need to hurry up because HooXi, he's been told, they're coming your way. Oh, a glimpse and Rez deletes a single click, the first, into round 16. And already this looks bleak. I mean, you've got a retake, but you haven't got the kit. HooXi had it, I believe. Now the bomb's ticking, and already 5 full HP members. Oh, Plopsky gets a lot onto Temple, a lot of action, and Zyphon does say Plopsky's prayers. Trades are good. This gets awkward for the Ninjas now. The frags have been collected. Rez has to play for his life, play for the time. Bomb half gone. hampus has got the flank to win it all. Long range on the Glock though. Taking engagement. It's getting awkward. Very messy. And jabbi's cleaned house. It's all onto hampus, the first of the 3 found. He's got 2 of the 3. And up to jabbi. No time for this. He's playing games with him. He knows he's got it on lock, and it's just for the style points now. See you later, jabbi. You're going down with me. NiP take the pistol.
And hampus through a lurk through middle. You're going to see a lot of that from him with on this T side, and that is a crucial pistol round that it really felt like it was NiP's after this opening kill. 1 bullet, bang. See you later, HooXi. He had util on his back. It all gets dropped to the floor. Nothing he can do there. Now, Zyphon has made this interesting with a couple of good shots from him. But realistically, if you took note of the positions that NiP were in for all of this, they were safe enough. And the safety net of hampus, exactly that. Safe enough. Safe as houses. Gets them across the line. And Flames now down 10-6. They force ball in. This could be the beginning of the end.
It could. HooXi already brought low. He has got support. Those Deagles would just need to find one, but hampus is absolutely having none of it. HooXi surely booked here. And so is the round. This already smells like 11. Confirmation of it as their bodies do drop. It's just roeJ. And the analyst desk called upon him to once again deliver. He has been Mr. Consistent. Humbled here on Ancient NiP. Making this map look like their own. And also in hot pursuit of that home crowd.
Yeah, the hometown heroes, right? You can't get past that. They'll be the only Swedish representation we have. And it's just 5 rounds now. It's just 5 rounds, and they're looking like a different team, right? They've started to activate. You're starting to see them getting fired up. They're contesting for rounds. They're fighting. They're looking like a team who wants to win. And as long as they don't slip over this round here, which is just a couple of USPs, a couple of flashes and a smoke, they should be good for that 12th round of play.
God, that is going to be such a mountain to climb for the Flames if they want to get back into this. And free fire is there. Plopski goes hunting. Something from Nikados, but yeah, not much more. LNZ here for the last 2. Make it 12. Speed running now towards that Avicii arena. The 8th team to secure it. And Copenhagen Flames now to the drawing board. And you know what they found? It's the double orbs. Now this worked for the Ninjas when they whipped it out. We saw reZ's aggressions into the A halls. It enabled early information. Solo A, you can really lean those 4 players elsewhere.
Now, it has been kind of clean for NiP, so they've actually nurtured a bit of money right here. We're going to be seeing them move on in with residual cash. If they lose this, it's not the end of the world. Flash over, and hampus is out.
Oh, flash, they should have him over the smoke. HooXi's got a lovely little one-way. Zyphon activates. Device not allowed to get away. It's roeJ that hunts him down. This is the aggression on that CT that worked oh so well for them. Now they can Scarpa, reposition. It's up to Plopski and reZ if they want to do anything with this. And Nikados has missed his first, has to reposition. Just play for the team. HooXi has tucked on in. Plan easily contestable here.
Yeah, rotations here as well.
Hard clear. They have to clear HooXi. That's step 1. And Nikados already close quarters open. That's the end of that. The Copenhagen Flames make it clear. A statement of intent here.
Yeah, not willing to let this one go so easily. So good stuff in middle, and you can see they were ready for the little maneuvers there. We actually cut to a player on A who had a flash ready to throw over to the wall, right? So they're so hyper aware of how quick NiP want to take that side of the map. So it means the homework's been done. And of course, but as I mentioned, there was plenty of cash left over for NiP to buy back in. 5 AKs out one more time. Say mid-util being thrown here. So it's just going to cause an absolute cluster in middle. Mollies, smokes, flashes galore. Not going to test the issue this time round. LNZ, the man tasked with that push. And 4 players over towards B.
Might be doing this NiP exec where they just drop all the nades on the box. Device can throw them. Ooh. Chip damage found. Strong arm on Zyphon. Oh, and the rebuttal. Plopski punishes roeJ for the wallbang. Immediate opener, and he hasn't even seen him. They're coming. And there's some pace to this. It's a perfect bait and switch setup, but Nikados, you have to find that first. Molotov'd out. The util's brilliant. The smoke, however, maintains some vision, some presence at least. Under so much pressure here.
Yes, and a lot of utility used. They've actually heard the tag. They know he's there. Device continues to spam on through. It's forcing Flames into awkward positions. They're pintering on in. They're constricting this B bomb site. NiP are coming, and the Flames know it.
Brutalized. 40 HP, Nikados. You've got to hit those potential wallbangs. It's just a anaconda just slowly constricting on the CTs. HooXi was the last hope. Now the bomb to be planted. It does catch a stray, but LNZ right back. And jabbi, yeah, he's going to have to keep hold of that. Running out of chances. NiP up to 13.
They don't have to chase here, but I'm sure they'd love to get rid of this AWP. And just there's so much pressure towards the site. You saw every single component of it. The mollies were first, right? Well, the opening kill was first, right? roeJ taking a massive risk with that. And Plopski just put a couple of bullets through, found that kill immediately, and that's really where the wheels fell off. After that, more pressure onto the site. There's only so many places you can stand. The mollies forced you into them, right? You're going to stand in the lip of cave? No, you're out. You're in the open. The bullets through. The smokes come down. You stand in the open or you fall on back, and they had no choice.
Yeah, I think we really got to feel what it felt like for the Copenhagen Flames there. I mean, we watched Nikados. We see him getting Molotoved out, forced to extinguish, just as the cave molly comes in and forces HooXi into an awkward fight. Then there's flashes, then there's wall bangs. You really didn't have many options. NiP giving us all a little lesson in how hard that B site can be to defend if you do it right. And Threat gets back on the mic. He's been very active with these timeouts.
Now, this one has been called from Copenhagen Flames.
Ah, okay.
When you've got the saved AWP and you have a little bit of cash, you want to keep up the fight here because we're getting into the defining rounds of this game. There's not going to be too many more buys available for Copenhagen Flames here. Into the next round of play, it will be 2,900, right? So if they drop this one, that's 14 now for NiP. Probably a partial buy into the next, and then they're going to have to fight with NiP on 15 with a full buy. So it looks like they're going all in. The double orbs have been retained. There's enough money to get this done. The FAMAS out. The M4s are in the mix. The U2, it's light on, but they have enough. But they need this round right now, Flames. They can't drop another, or NiP are going to take control of this game. And this time, they're turning their affections, their attention over towards A. It's not the same B plays that we've seen time and time again.
Jabbi looked very, very frustrated as he saved that AWP. Well, now he has potentially the power in his hands to influence an 8th. Zyphon, hyper-aggressive. They could swing on this. Ooh, a tiny margin in it. Gets away. HooXi in support, but there's a lot of pressure onto mid. It's unspoken, but it's there. More to come. Smoked off now. HooXi will counter with the incendiary of his own, but that's only going to buy 6 or 7 seconds. hampus is through. Pressure mounting. Mid is lost. Zyphon, FAMAS for AK, and he stands to deliver. Oh, he does convert. More where that came from.
A lot of pressure here.
Yeah, he's been Molotoved out of position, but he smokes himself for the reposition. They're swinging in. Jabbi's AWP has been activated as well, and down goes Zyphon. Donut open for business. Jabbi pressure from both sides, trying to smoke himself out. Delay.
Rotations here.
Jabbi once more, but roeJ is the one to draw. Another one into the fray. Device is waiting for this aggression out the smoke. A plant. Jabbi, he could deny. He will. He has a chance, and there's the bomb now loose. Device falls, and Copenhagen Flames voice their concern. They spotted him out, and that is style for Jabbi. They come his way. He takes 3 on the secondary AWP.
That's huge stuff right there. You could see what had to happen over towards Donut just for NiP to get space. I think they have to run through their own bloody Molotov right there. Plopsky to run down Zyphon, and right now they're going through gray screen, they're going through flames. You get defensive smokes coming out, and that was a necessary round. A very, very big round now for the Flames for their hopes and dreams to continue here. NiP are now the ones on the back foot with a Mac 10 onto Plopsky. This one, back and forth.
Not done yet, Chad.
There's no uppercuts being thrown just yet.
Oh, they really like to occupy this mid-cubby. At least early. Some gambles taken by Zyphon. He wants to just keep an eye on that fast ledge. NiP, they've worked some magic towards this B site previously. Maybe that's the call.
Yeah, there was a lot of tells before, right? And they had an opening kill. That's currently the difference maker. No opening frag, but oh, damage being done. Plopsky through the boards. Put down low. Into the AWP they come.
Nikados, oh, just pulls away, and they're swinging on in. He can't contribute, he's just messing with his nades. They're in. And HooXi's out. roeJ too. His name added to the death note. That's not going to connect. A second stray, not either. Nikados running out of chances. A no-scope might be on the cards. He flicks into the first, and not enough time for the second. Zyphon up against it all. He's hit some great shots already.
They're low. Everybody's low.
So is he. Hard clear, worried about ramp. Plopsky, oh, he falls! And the molly, maybe shy. Device, oh, he could be Molotoved out, but not the to be. Trying to find a safe haven on it. He'll be sticking out like a sore thumb, and Device will select and collect the header. Zyphon, 14, Chad, 2 rounds away from some Swedes stepping into the Avicii arena in Stockholm.
I said no uppercuts have been thrown, and that has to be it. That has to be it right now when you look at the finances here that are going on for Copenhagen Flames. And this time it is NiP taking the timeout just to steady their heads. those 2 rounds, you know what's on the agenda here. We haven't had an arena in 2 years in Counter-Strike. It's their home turf. It's their hometown. They're the only representation available right here.
And don't forget NiP's fall from grace. As previous kings of Counter-Strike, Sweden was the most represented region in the dominant era of Sweden. And they went shopping for young guns. It started with the likes of Plopsky, roeJ bursting onto the scene with an MVP level performance in 2017. And now we find ourselves in 21 looking for a top 8 at a major in home soil, home turf.
It's all in. Copenhagen Flames have gone all in. They have no other option. The best they have to boast is an M4. It's pistols. This is it. They need one of those rounds that NiP had in the first half to keep this one going, or NiP are going to get to 15.
He dropped his own one way. No one's coming his way. HooXi just going to have to twiddle his thumbs, as it does look like a big test for jabbi. He's only got a CZ and a Kevlar vest. The nade could be well placed.
Just tickles him.
Oh, Zyphon has contributed in a large capacity, but that is only the start of a potential 9th. He's the only rifle in play, so this only pushes them further into jabbi's sight. He's been spotted, calling for raid. So much pressure, does nothing with his pistol. Bomb surely uncontested in the plant. What can they do?
There's no kit for this, Alex. There's no kit, and they're out of position. They're smoked off. If they're battling, they lose everything for the final round of play here.
Someone might have to just make that call. The unthinkable saving. They give it a go. Oh my god, they got 2. They're going all in. LNZ and Device. This is for all the marbles.
It's not planned.
They're on it.
It's not planned.
A 10-second defuse, Chad. A 10-second defuse. They bodyguard it. Device is not going to find it on the spray, and Copenhagen Flames say play on. What do we know? We're talking about saves. They put the force buy to work. And NiP red-faced after that one.
That plant right there. What the hell is that? It's not planted for
a 2-man donut post plant. A two-man donut post plant for a bomb plant that's for Temple.
They haven't played it at all right there. NiP, you've just given that one up.
Oh, they have dropped the ball.
Woof. Now they're the ones down to pistol. Surely not. We had this in the first half.
Oh, dear.
This is the chance now for the Flames to get to double digits. They win this round. NiP are the ones who have to take a save. How has this happened?
I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Okay, we've seen this one before. LNZ's got all the nades, and he's got his lineups. Everyone can learn with him. Plopsky to be flashed on in. Hampus, maybe you don't want to wait for him to arrive as well. You may as well have all your troops committing to this.
We have seen this before, right? They go for the deep smoke towards the back of the speedway, right? And they try and stifle into the site quite quickly here with the waterfall, the chain flashes from LNZ. They're just postured for this.
Yeah, and they have no answers. I mean, roeJ's not even occupying this, so at least he will be able to contest. They call mid-clear. roeJ ready to deliver. This is everything. Feeling under pressure now. The barrage of flashes are in, and so are the ninjas. That's the first. Zyphon, again, delivers when it matters most. Good flashes, but Zyphon has vision. A double will do. roeJ, tested, takes 1. LNZ from way downtown does burn for 1, but there's the denial. jabbi had the lineup, and this only gets worse for the ninjas now.
Oh dear, this is a lot of trouble right now. Like, this is a full eco. This can't be buy territory by any means, right? We've seen a flash purchased in, that's about it. It has to be Glocks or P250s, nothing more. Just this economy has been back and forth, just between the two teams and holding on. They're in the best position. And remember, NiP used their last time out.
No one has got more than 4 consecutive rounds now. Copenhagen Flames need to. And HooXi with a very quick solve. Love that. Give him the ace. He'll take it. A nice eco spray down, farming up. Sits NiP down. Puts him on his knee. And that will be a timeout called.
Ooh, the coach there was tapping HooXi on the shoulder here. Now, I said that NiP didn't have any timeouts left, but there was two remaining right now. And I feel like this is a luxury for Threat to get into their heads in these final throws, these final moments.
Good point. He
right?
would have just had to watch.
Yeah, he couldn't have done anything. This was at the mercy. Right now, this is great from HooXi, right? But this is just a complete eco bash. You guys can see the purchase. They're running through flames. He started to line him up. He started to knock him down. An ace nonetheless here. But yeah, just the fact that they get a breather right now going into another gun round. Maybe, just maybe, the Flames have done Threat a favor here. Now, there's cash over there on the Flames side of things, but it's only 2 more rounds standing between NiP and that arena. The AKs are out the buy. It's there.
What does threat suggest? What do NiP do? This was in the palm of their hands, but now 3 consecutive out of the Danes. Game time. Round 26.
It's looking very default spready here. hampus and LNZ tasked with holding mid and over towards the A main push, but Plopsky, they've sent him forward. They've thrust him forward. He's aggressive, Alex.
He's ready for this. He will sweep through as it fades, and Plopsky's a dead man. Tries his luck to pip a gap. Nikados learned from his previous shortcomings. Not letting that happen again.
But now with a minute and 28 seconds left on the clock, if you're NiP, you're scratching your head. You're already down a man. You have no space. You didn't get anything here. Nothing whatsoever. Rez is having to flash forward just to get back towards lane, just to call it clear. Out mid. HooXi towards Donut. It's a massive fight coming.
Oh, he gets the info on a slither gap. He's going to get
Running
run down.
down.
Run down! He's not expecting that. hampus has pulled an equalizer out of the hat.
And they're dropping back. hampus is going into Red House. The rest are back towards B.
Yeah, eyes are drawn. hampus, just by throwing that flash and continuing to show presence, it pulls Nikados away from the B site. Zyphon's already pushing for the flank. They've abandoned the B site.
They're going through cave as well. Rez is already so forward. Nobody's watching this. This is huge.
This is madness. Zyphon onto hampus. He goes down. NiP, the 15th. 2 frags away from a 4v5. Nikados trying to get back in, trying to voice concerns. A smoke to stare at, dropped by Rez. And the bomb ticking. This is no fun. What do you do? A boost on the box ain't bad. Try and catch LNZ for a info peek. 15 looms, Chad, here they come.
Bomb's halfway ticked.
Rez has got this every day of the week. No, jabbi again finds a head. Nikados upgrades. Timing on LNZ's flank, timing on that bomb. Oh, jabbi! How does he get it? The molly can save him. They've got a smoke. Nikados fake. Device is too smart for that. He swings on in. Nikados needs it. Does find him. No time. 15 secured. A valiant attempt from those two.
That's mental right there. Like HooXi was playing the safest way he possibly could be. He didn't think he was going to get run down. He
got caught
it was
completely.
a 4-on-5. It was a 4-on-5 with the number advantage because of the Plopsky death early. Right? He's playing the slither gap. He's looking away. He's not trying to take the fight. His whole position is spot and fall, and he doesn't fall.
And look what it leads to. 4 opportunities for NiP to secure that hometown 6th man in the top 8. hampus quick, he's got some pep in his step, and his teammates have got some nades at their toes. Look at the damage inflicted. Copenhagen Flames have legs to this. HooXi, a ballsy commitment in what could be the last round of play. He's got hampus locked to the box. It's on a timer. Nade looks well placed. Down to 8.
No, he's there. He's stuck. They just can't deal with him. They have nothing to throw his way. No HEs, no Molotovs, nothing lethal.
Barely any nades.
They just have to let him go.
Barely any nades. 1 minute 10. A single smoke remained. Advantage Ninjas despite that low HP though. And Nikados has a couple of T's knocking on that cave door.
Flashed off.
Don't get too greedy here. Plopsky versus Nikados in a standoff. This will be the linchpin to the commitment. hampus tasked with the Galil given his HP.
They're all going up ramp. They're all going up ramp right now. The passive players from Zyphon here from downtown.
If he crosses back, Device will knock his head off. He
Just
has to stay in this angle.
It's just a smoke and a flash. That's all they have to execute with.
30, and Zyphon contributes. Now surely they can contest the plant. roeJ still stands, still delivers. It's up to him now, and he does control the spray. A multi-kill when it matters most. Copenhagen Flames say play on.
The fact that they can respond after these type of rounds, and again, I can't stop mentioning the economy, but it's such a huge factor right now and where these rounds are going. NiP back down to nothing, back down to naught. They can't buy again. They have to keep it conservative. They have to play with the pistols. They have to concede one more round. And roeJ, he's been relatively quiet. Let's be honest here. It's not the roeJ that we've known to light the server up here, but right there, stepped up when he needed to. 15 to 12. It should be 15 to 13. They only have one deagle on the hands of hampus here. That's all they have, and he's just going to run on in.
Zyphon, hungry to get this one done. Hungry for a 13th immediately. High flash is turned.
Whoa.
Oh, that actually found him through the corner. Zyphon, low, susceptible to a follow-up. hampus is kicking his way down into the B site. Copenhagen Flames.
He's locking it down.
He can hit another on the swing. It's defended by jabbi. Surely a 13th now. Bomb ticking. LNZ. He's up for something.
It's just the Glocks.
He'd love a weapon. And that's the end of him. plopski detached. He's going for round the world maneuver. It's not gonna surely matter. jabbi's aware of it. I think he caught a glimpse. And he will secure it. Copenhagen Flames. Tested this time. A single deagle, Chad. And it looked like hampus had done it all on his own. The AWP retrieved. Oh my, that could have been something disastrous for the Copenhagen Flames mental and for their exit in the tournament.
If hampus hits the shot with the AWP, I think they win the round. I think they win the round because how are you getting past that?
Bloody hell.
How are you getting past that? Massive shots again from hampus, stepping up consecutive maps. Here it is one more time. That is huge on the second. And he has the rotation. jabbi, massive stuff to him and the awareness. Now here we go. The AKs are out. NiP, virtue of that plant. They get a pretty tidy looking buy. Flames, they need 2 more to go to OT. What happens is going in.
Straight in. Perfect flash. They don't check him. Unchecked. 1.5. Okay, problems now. Nikados has got a lot of weight on his shoulders, but things will slow down. They didn't clear him. A quick reaction keeps the trades level. hampus again keeps NiP afloat. The newest map in the pool and delivering some very, very unique situations. Donut smoke deployed. Zyphon flying blind for now. Util to be dropped. Nikados to be pressured. He has to relocate.
They have cave control now. We've seen them constrict onto this site before with a similar
the
play.
wall bangs as well. They got the lineups for this. Nikados, he's going to clear through. This frag is everything. He's not ready, and hampus continues to deliver for the Ninjas.
Here they come.
3 frags away from the Avicii Arena and from ending Cinderella's story shy of the top 8. A nade placement, but no stack. They won't be able to stop the plant with a nade alone. It's going down. Softened up. It's great. And that's better. HooXi onto LNZ. A 3-on-3 and more now in the feed for Zyphon. roeJ has got pressure on this from behind. He has to get the timing right. Zyphon's so restrained. He has to clear this. An important jewel, and he's got it again.
It's Device.
How are they doing it? Device up against 3. And that's the end of that. They say all the way to 30. How are they smiling? How are they still in it?
That was everything NiP wanted and more. They had the cave control. They get into the site. They get the kills, but they lose the retake. They couldn't batten down the hatches. They couldn't hold on. None of those kills looked easy. None of those kills looked like they even had a chance to contest right here. And the Flames, they continue this run.
Dude, they went for the most audacious push. Straight up into roeJ. A perfect pop flash. He takes 1 for the troubles, just as his vision's restored.
Oh, NiP, this is the last shot here to get it done in regulation. Overtime, you're going to be sweaty palms.
Double AWP, bro. This is set for success. The Flames, with quite the consecutive run. This last quarter has been all Dane on sweet action.
hampus is going through.
More ballsy plays from hampus over the one way. He's been dropping this consistently. And it will deter, only for a moment. roeJ, oh, he could have dismantled it, and he still has a chance onto LNZ. He just about gets the spray. 4-on-4, steps in mid. A 2-2 split of their defensive resources. The bomb's heading back to B.
We've already seen this situation, but this time round, more information. Nikados aggressive down long. roeJ is on the other side of this. How far is he going to push the issue?
2 smokes, no mollies. The constrictor is limited. And Nikados active. He'll have a shadow advantage for this fight as well.
It's a 2-on-4 on B if they were to go now. But jabbi's getting info back through Donut. HooXi's actually rotating safe. It's just Nikados.
With it all to do. Coming his way.
Shadow.
Trying to bait. He's ready. Does miss it. Baited by hampus. The smoke's late. They will commit. Through the grey screen, Nikados has got so much pressure on his shoulders. Still plucks 1 from the pack. Pressure now on HooXi. It looks good for the Ninjas as the bomb does go down. They don't once again find the plant. It's up to Zyphon's flank. HooXi hears the retreat, building a picture as to this after plant's positions. And Zyphon again, so consistent. He's taken down roeJ.
They're both smoked off. They're both
boost.
smoked
They
off.
can
They
boost.
have to spam. That's all they can do.
Yeah, fake maybe. HooXi draws them out. Counter wallbangs deployed. It's all onto one man. Hampus or we go OT. Sprayed, looking to rebuttal. They have pushed in. The bullets are shy. He could knock him off the bomb.
They're sitting it.
He has to reload. That's it. We go again. OT secured and it's not over yet. Head in hands. NiP, the Avicii Arena dream denied. And we go to MR3 10K.
Those retakes.
Oh, these retakes.
They're so volatile and they've been able to pull it off.
Somebody give Zyphon a gold star. He has still managed to contribute when he has ended up most of the time with that bomb down. He's in T-spawn.
It's such a long rotate. It's around the world and they're patient. They bide their time. And NiP, you've had so many chances to get this done. You're into the site. They let you get the bomb down and you still lose out. Back and forth we go here. Overtime. We're underway.
How many retakes was that?
It's just too many. Oh,
Too many.
And the pistol round wins as well. You think about that.
Wow.
Oh dear. Coming back to haunt them now.
Never much love when we go OT.
Double AWPs retains here. The Flames, they like their game plan. Zyphon in mid. He's a nuisance early, and then on the retake, he's a nuisance late.
Careful now, Nikados. Kept honest, Hampus with a pre-fire.
They've shown they can't go A. They can only go B. And what Flames have shown is they can retake that site time and time again. And look how committed this is.
Doesn't get more committed than that. Plopsky won't be expecting this. He's normally a rifler. But he fired off the shot. They know he's screaming. There's an AWP trapped. There's an AWP trap. Come on, lads. A wallbang tag. He's dead. Booked. Faffing around with his smoke. And that is the end of that. Rez doubles up. Up to HooXi. NiP can reset. Reformat. The AWP are gone with an ambitious commitment. They pause, anticipating CT re-aggressions, looking for answers, but they do hold their nerve, hold their spots, rotated in. Zyphon's on his way as well.
Yeah, he looks like he has a flash ready.
A good flash, but quick react. Device does fall off. They maintain a two-man advantage.
They're going into the stack. Flames have called the gamble here.
The right call. Zyphon second guessing. It's going to just be HooXi and straight through. Device has got his lineup set, and that surely is a 16th.
Not another retake here. They can't risk this. It's only 10K in the overtime, and they're actually going back towards A. 20 seconds left. They're still floating around. Zyphon's close.
He is pretty damn close. Oh, and Plopsky's been caught before the smoke does bloom. Device should have him. Does. Really starting to find that superstar form he needs to pull NiP into the champion stage.
Oh, jabbi has to save. I mentioned the money situation. If you want to run double AWPs on the CT side, it's so expensive. He needs to hold on to this. Unfortunately, there's nobody locking the door behind him just yet. They're pushing forward, however. Oh, bottom spotted. Shot missed, and a second chance as well. They're running him down now.
Just rounds the corner in time, but it's not a guarantee by any means. Pushed up ramp, Hampus is tested, does go down. They really want him. jabbi defending this AWP, defending their finances. A tag isn't enough, and down goes the AWP. Rez, that's his third. Between the two of them, Rez and Device, the two names that should be at the tip of my tongue if NiP were going to take this.
That's crazy, that wallbang right there. You've seen this shot so many times. AK bullets through consistently right there, and Device with the AWP takes that type of maneuver, and HooXi's dead.
He was the only man, the last bastion on B.
This is it.
Let me see that again.
First shot as well.
Nonsense.
Just first shot.
Nonsense.
Lines it up, takes the shot, gets it done, and that one there secures the round. Zyphon was the only one who could rumble that.
You talked about the money, just about getting Nikados back onto his big green.
Yeah, jabbi has to ask himself a real question here. Does he want to go for the AWP again, or does he want to opt for a rifle here? Retaking with the double AWPs, he has opted to go for his as well. So in the next round to play, it's going to be really rough sailing for Nikados and jabbi unless they're able to convert this one, the Flames.
Yeah. So it's either going to be hard commit, all the marbles, win, or basically roll over in the final round of NiP's T side here in the first overtime. Device calls for a boost and will post up. Two-man mid-hold. In transition right now. They're looking for HooXi. They know he loves this one way, and Hampus is not too far off the mark. He does warn them he's coming. Off the flash, he deters. He may have heard the retreat as well of Zyphon.
Smoke's going to fade, though.
Oh, Zyphon tested. He does deliver. And that's hampus. He's at the top of the scoreboard. His magical moments now tempered. And device info as well given to the Danes. They know that AWP is on B. And so is the entire NiP squad. He's still going for them, Chad.
Yeah, just really making sure nobody can stand in that lane, not giving them a moment here, but it's quite a passive stance on B right now from the Flames. Nobody in cave, nobody close in towards the cubby. They're hoping to play one of these retake setups again, and now that they have the number advantage, we've already seen them do it with less. NiP are lining up there, you two, getting ready to swarm this B bomb site. 2 smokes, that's enough. The mollies are there, a flash for good measure.
They really have to hold them off at the gate. Retake's no fun with double AWP. And there's the util. That indicates a commitment. Shot rattles off. Space given. Gap for HooXi to operate with. But what is this? A flash. Rez goes straight through and HooXi clotheslines him. A bomb plant sure. 3 versus 5. It's gotta be for the Flames. Advantage heavily in their favor. Device ready to punish anyone that does take a glance on long. First step in, Nikados does behead Device. It's issues now. He's actually strung together too. It's only Plopsky. They can suspect he's in there. The spray, he does adjust. There's more to be found. They're on the bomb. 2 to push him. Swapping weapons. He's red past! He forces them off the bomb! I thought for a second, I wasn't sure.
He could have gotten away. Imagine if he gets the kill, knocks him off the bomb, keeps running around the smokes. They were all lost. No, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What was that from Plopsky? The only attempt. It was the right call to make.
Oh, man. That would have been the clutch of the century if he disappeared through.
That would have been mental. I can't believe that. Well, the Flames, they retake again. They retake again. They've shown that they can do this. And it's through Nikados and the AWP this time. Cave smoked off 2 great shots there on the way in. 1 more round here within the first half of overtime. And back towards B, of course.
At least they get a bye again. That was what they were fighting for. Never mind the 16th. And Nikados picks up where he left off. Tagged up. Really keeping him off that pillar with these sprays. Device goes hunting. Nikados versus Device. A miss from those more experienced and he will be punished. More tags. This is hanging up in the balance here. Plopsky's desperate to keep the pressure high. Nades exchanged. Up close, unchecked. Nikados posts another. He's got 2. And he nearly takes a 3rd. Copenhagen Flames to leave with the 17th. Only Rez up against the whole squad. As the smoke fades, they will address the potential. But NiP are going to be thrust onto the back foot for their defense.
Yeah, Rez, there's no way in a 1-on-5 here. Takes a step. Has been spotted. Matter of time. HooXi gets him, and I think it's going to be quite a somber moment right now for NiP, because that first half, one of the keys was LNZ in 2 key rounds, winning a 1-on-2 with a P250 and having 2 or 3 impact kills with a Deagle in another round. When it comes down to the gun rounds here, I actually think that the Flames are in a great position to get this one done on the T side, where an NiP required a couple more miracles. So this is not going to be easy whatsoever for the Ninjas now. They were so close. They were in the driver's seat of this game. They were the ones who were positioned to close this out. And the young guns, they stood up and they took it to overtime. And now they're the ones looking to close. 2 more rounds for the Flames to get this done, to join that top 8, to keep that Cinderella run alive.
But I mean, God, what the pressure's just... I didn't think there would be any more, but there is. Because now you've got to make that call, make that play. Here they come, straight through. Fast into middle, punished by the spray, and there's more that could come from that. Look at the damage inflicted by hampus, unconfirmed, but nearly round defining, and oh, they better clear him. Rez is so ready to take a double here, and HooXi doesn't get it, neither will Nikados, at least not unscathed. He's down even lower. Look at their health, Chad, 9 and 6 respectively.
Oh, there's a massive gap in that smoke, but they're already so close here. LNZ, you might get a rude awakening here if you round that corner too brazenly.
Oh, wow, look at their health. They got nothing to work with. They got, what is that, 19 points of health for 3 of them combined. And hampus already in donut. Spells trouble, reeks of trouble. And that's the end of jabbi. Device collects only Nikados, and with style, he makes it 17. The fact that they did that with 4 hearts still beating, belts of util to spare, it's a confidence booster. And hampus was a big component of that. Just leaves them on no health.
Tying it up here, 17-17, and some of those foot faults that the Flames did have were those faster B maneuvers, right? They were having a lot more success when they were getting jabbi out mid, and they did just then. The problem is, you're right, all that damage they sustained, it made the walking wounded. It maybe forced their hand quickly over towards that ace site. The Flames might need to just slow it right down, let the game come to them for a moment.
That's the smoke towards the B lane progress. Will obscure Plopski's view. roeJ enabled to access up on towards the shelf.
And they can pincer in together now to get this mid control. And passive again is hampus towards the red room, just jump peeking for information. Smoked off now.
Is he going to try his lineups again?
Have to be careful of that. Has the traces on that AK now. And crossing mid, jumping up Tetris, looking for a fight towards Donut. They smoke it off. Rez on notice, coming that now. A main susceptible and HooXi up mid. Which side will he clear?
He looks like he's opted for left. And that would be the wrong call. hampus, another contribution. He could take Zyphon as well. Leading by example, 31 and counting. Nikados to claw it back, a stray one through, the smoke won't connect. Undaunted by the additional AK Tracer. Regrouping now, jabbi is still on A. We'll check in on that later. Trying to sell it? Bit of a B fake here.
Yeah, they're dropping back. They're noisy about this, but the issue is Rez. Rez can win the round right here, right now.
He's going to tuck in. They'll be loud, confirming his suspicions. It's a hard clear. Loud about this. And Nikados hits the quick scope. Opens up the account. This looks like 18. What a reaction. LNZ cannot deny. He pushes in so quick. He's caught one. He's caught two. LNZ delivers all onto jabbi. He's been so good for the Flames and now up against two. At a crucial juncture in this game. Make or break. Avicii, Arena, or not, and LNZ, 3 must-hit kills. He's pulled NiP back into an opportunity, 1 round away from the champion stage.
Oh my lord, jabbi's done so much there on the lurk. That is such a nerve-wracking situation.
How does LNZ not wait for Device? He knows it's up to him. He takes the initiative. He engages prior to the rotate. He takes essentially a 1v3 on that swing and catches Nikados sleeping.
Oh lord. Right, they're not expecting the bomb to be threatened in that moment, right? And that's where the gap is. And then to get the final kill is all part of that.
Ballsy bastard, LNZ. 18-17. Any frag now could be the end of it. And jabbi's still going for audacious maneuvers here. His major run hangs in the balance and he's already crept up to red room. Timing, everything. If they can apply enough pressure B, they could slink him into the back lines. Device confirms his AWP is there. This could be Nikados' chance. A high flash, tries to hide it from it. Oh, not far off the mark. Device allowed to reposition. jabbi's project cancelled, and hampus again puts his name in the feed first. His opening defensive frags have been second to none. Just a battle of flashing peak. 4 frags away now for the Ninjas. It's not the first time they've had this in the palm of their hands. Can the Flames seriously recover again? Force a second OT. Every passing second advancing NiP's chances here. HooXi doesn't do it dry, forces him off the line. Yet to commit, the smokes will bloom. That's a great incendiary to delay. Plopski doesn't get a sound cue, but 40 seconds, and we've got a pretty much a 4-on-4 here. hampus is rotating in.
This is it.
It's all on the next engagements, and looks like LNZ will have nothing to contribute. They're in just briefly. Plopski, oh, he's plucked them 2 from the pack. 25 and counting. roeJ caught out. This looks like it's over. Nikados, the Cinderella story. Will it be over? It will now. hampus secures it. And NiP, you know and see what it means to them. The Ninjas in pajamas are off to Stockholm.
Jag dör bakom, alltså. Jag orkar inte mer, alltså. Åh, boys, it's fucking legends, man.